Kansas City has had problems controlling their players over the last couple of years. They had problems controlling Tyreek Hill. They've had problems controlling some of their offensive linemen and defensive linemen over the last couple of years. I'm not going to mention names. I think everybody knows the stories. The whole Travis Kelce thing with the Taylor Swift. If I was the coach of the team and I was an executive of the team, I would tell them, keep Taylor away from the team, keep her away. We're trying to win a championship, but of course it's all about the NFL. They're trying to put fannies in the seats. They're trying to bring new fans to the game, and that's why the NFL loves it. But if I was a superstar, a Super Bowl coach like Andy Reid or a team that's won consecutive championships, I wouldn't want that my organization has Taylor Swift hanging out at the stadium where, I'm trying to concentrate on winning a championship. So, and I'm not blaming the organization, because I blame Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce, even though I understand he has feelings for Taylor Swift, and I understand that it's real, I think it's all about team. And to have Taylor Swift there, it just makes me think that it's not about the team. It's about, obviously popularity. It's all about bringing people to the stadium and selling tickets. It's not about the team winning championships, which is a big problem. But this Rashee Rice story, obviously them going after a wide receiver in the first round the way they did, one of the faster wide receivers in this class, and one of the better ball hawks in this draft class. The reason why they went after him was mainly because of Rashee Rice. I think we don't know what's going to happen to Rashee Rice this season. He might miss 8 games, might miss the whole season if the NFL sees this to be a bad story and it's going to start to grow legs. I don't know exactly what happened, but if he's hitting a photographer and he's driving carelessly in the road and causing accidents and causing people to get hurt, the NFL needs to look at this. They need to check out the story. And if the story is to be true, they have to drop the hammer on Rashee Rice, because even though Kansas City is a world championship organization and they're winning championship after championship, and they have a chance to win 3 world championships in a row, which no NFL team has ever done that before. But there is a reason why they're bringing in free agent wide receivers. There was a reason why they brought in Hollywood Brown. There's a reason why they drafted a wide receiver. They're trying to find ways to fill in positions if this thing actually affects them going into the season. I think it will. I don't know if you see Rashee Rice for most of the season. I could see them suspending him for 10 games. Mm-hmm. And there will be 7 games, so he will be in 7 games this year, but he's going to miss OTAs. He's going to miss practices, and it's going to affect him. It's going to affect his game. It's going to affect the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is a horrible story. And to me, it just tells me one thing. Does Andy Reid have control of his players? Does Patrick Mahomes, as a captain of this team, have control of these players? And everybody's going to say, well, he's in control of his own self. Off the field, Rashee Rice should be smart enough to stay out of trouble. This guy has only been in the league for what? 1 year? 1 full year in the NFL as a starter? Your captains, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, all these offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and Chris Jones, they should be speaking, hanging out with this guy. If you know he's an important factor of your success, which he was in the playoffs, you want to make sure that you keep him at bay. This is a bad story. This makes the Kansas City Chiefs look like an organization that has no control over their players.
Right, and especially when you look at the receiver locker room, too. Like, there's no leadership in that group. Now, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, like, they are that in their own ways for their positions. But when it comes to the actual receiver locker room, you look at Kadarius Toney, who is this crazy self with himself. Sky Moore, who has not really matured in the NFL either. Hollywood Brown comes in. He's had his own comments, his own flash, like his own ego. Like, I wouldn't call him that leader you want to be able to look up to. And not only did the Chiefs draft a receiver in the first round of this draft, Xavier, they drafted a tight end in the 3rd round too, in Jared Wiley. And they may be preparing to use more 2 tight end sets, like you saw the Buffalo Bills do when they changed offensive coordinators with Kincaid and Knox. Maybe the Chiefs are thinking that same thing. If Rashee Rice is suspended for a long period of time, get used to that kind of thing, because the Chiefs still don't have the receiving depth, even as good as Worthy could be. And I think he will be good. Like, that's still a big question mark.